Okay? And that graffiti now, if you constantly keep reading the graffiti becomes more and more a part of you. So the thoughts that you think, all thoughts that you think, inform you. And by that informing, creates what you are, who you are, what you become. Thought frequencies are reflected. They reflect or are filtered through the soul and bunches of experiences that have marked the soul. In man, the gene transcends or transduces. The gene transduces. To transduce means to reduce, to, as it's flowing, the brother's electricity. To transduce means to attenuate or to downgrade in energy. So the gene transduces higher light frequencies into perception, awareness, and intelligence. That's how the body is formed. The body is a byproduct of divine intelligence. The byproduct of divine self-awareness that is the creator. The divine byproduct of self-perception that is the creator's involutionary realization of itself. So in man, the gene transduces all these light frequencies into physiological perception, physiological awareness, and physiological intelligence. It keeps the I, me, and the I am in touch with its individual capabilities to achieve the principles of the higher mind. Let me repeat that. In man, the gene transduces light frequencies into perception, awareness, and intelligence. It keeps the I, me, and the I am, okay? The I am and the I, me. I, me is the offshoot of the I am because the I am already is in knowledge and in of itself. It is. It is itself. That which I, me is based upon the fact that the I am is looking at itself and sees I, me. Hey! Woo! That's me! That's me! That's me! And when you do that, whole other kind of energies open up for you when you could see who you are in everything and everyone around you. That's the warrior. That's the true warrior. That's the true exercise of God's higher plan. To become in knowledge of self. The I am that I am becomes the I am that will be. And the I am that is of knowledge of itself, or in the knowledge of itself. Now, a gene can change its capacitance for higher information or change it to a lower capacitance through the type of information that the collective organism receives, translates, and communicates to every part of the physical body. Let me say that again. A gene can change its capacitance for higher information through the type of information that the collective organism receives. So information comes from the environment, the sun, the breeze, the water you drink, the words spoken into your ears. All of these things are telling the gene who you are in relationship. Because all things, the only knowledge can come of self through relationships, through dynamics of three-dimensional interfacing. This, that, height, depth, width, breadth. This type of genetic change is based on involutionary, evolutionary, experiential reality dynamics that is based on individual assessments of that said reality. But today, genetic change or modification is neither involutionary or evolutionary, but coercive, invasive, and aggressive. Unnatural. Genes are now being manipulated to serve a temporary agenda with devastating consequences to humanity in the long run. Each part of the brain mentioned earlier are compartments that diffuse light into consciousness or awareness fractals that are then reassembled into the focus that represents intelligence, awareness, and consciousness. Let me say that again. Each part of your brain are compartments that diffuse the light that you're picking up and break them down into the fragments. Now remember, this is done in breaths of seconds and nanos and what do you call it? This, don't even think. I'm slowing this down so we can actually pick up on what I'm saying. But just imagine how light is compartmentalized and then boom, focused. Just like that. Just imagine what basketball, just for playing basketball. You know how many things are going on at that time? Just before you, boom. That's information. All of that being the speed of thought. That's light. That's mind. So each part of the brain mentioned earlier processes light into awareness fractals. I put it that way because that's the best way I could actually say it. Awareness fractals that are then reassembled into the focus that represents intelligence, awareness, and consciousness. The concept of mind is a nebulous thing until it is given a focus. To speak of mind control is to speak of changing the lens by which the mind is focused. The light transduces or is transduced as through the chromosomes. The light fuses or focuses through the genes. Now let me say that again. The light transduces, the transducers of the light. And I said transducers means that which focuses all of it. That's what brings all of these fractals together, are the chromosomes. The light fractals that you get as universal intelligence is compartmentalized and given their instructions through the chromosomes. The light focuses, as I spoke to it, are in the genes. Did you get that? Okay, so one gathers the light, the other focuses it. So the chromosomes gathers the light, it's a light transducer. The genes focuses the light, like the lens. Okay? Stay with me. By nature, man is a light gatherer, a light bearer. We are here to accumulate light in greater and ever greater degrees, through adversity, through insight, through love. We enhance and expand the corporeal vessel and its envelope of light, thus raising our frequency, potential, input, and output, acquiring the ability to penetrate deeper and ever deeper levels of omniscient minds. But the geneticists of the fallen lords know that your feelings and your desires constitutes the focusing of light. Listen carefully. Here's where we get into what it's all about. The geneticists know, and they will never tell you over the 6 o'clock news, the geneticists know that, and this is the fallen lords giving them their instructions, your feelings and your desires constitutes the focusing of light. Okay? The feelings are the gatherings of light. That's why some women are the vessels for that. Desire is the focusing of it. You see how you operate? The woman is the gatherer. She's the one by her own nature. Once she is impregnated, it is she who gathers the specific materials that bring together the human in her. Okay. Feeling is essentially a feminine situation. It is the deepest part of the female nature. Feeling is the magnetic. It is the gatherer. That's why when women are angry or emotional, they're feeling, they're not thinking. It's not their energy. They are gathering all of what experiences they have in their bloodstream. Everything, the mind, everything is just being gathered to that point of feeling. Okay? So, the feeling gathers through the chromosomes. Desire focuses through the genes. Okay? You, the mother, gathers all the materials to make me sentient. The desire or the intent was the sperm that enacted or initiated the process within her. So once that happens, the two dynamics are coming together. Feeling and desire are working to create this corporeal envelope for sensibility so that God could sense itself. on the lower levels of creation. Okay? Now, feeling accumulates light in accordance with its intensity, its field of awareness and potential. Desire focuses that light. Okay? You see, the very vessel of the female, the vaginal organ, is an internal energy. She absorbs, she takes in. Her whole thing is feeling the atmosphere. She don't got to know that the wind is blowing. She don't got to know